Grant, what did we do to it?
Hey everybody, this is Jed on Iskey Farms, and today we're going to be chopping up some trees down at a different farm, and we just got the skid loader loaded. We're going to take that down there and start chopping up those trees. If you guys like what you see in the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You have to say anything, Dad?
Good morning. Sun's out. Everybody's healthy.
I have a sore throat.
Couple of Joe going.
Why we trim the trees that are near the edge of the field is to make it so more sun is accessible to the crops. A lot of times you'll see at the edges of the fields, the corn isn't as tall or something. A lot of times because they're getting shade and they're not getting the proper light, which is really not good. So chopping the edge of the field makes it so the crops grow better. Also, another reason why we trim the trees or cut them off is because they a lot of times will scratch the equipment, the tractors and combine, as we're harvesting or planting or whatever we're doing in the field.
Get rolling.
So we tried getting out here early in the morning, but that didn't happen. So we got out here a little later than we wanted to, but we tried getting out here early when the frost is still here, so the ground wasn't muddy, but it's starting to become muddy, so we might have to stop soon. We don't want to rut up the field too much. Chip it into the field. It kind of acts as like a residue, kind of like corn stalks. It chips it up kind of fine. This will decompose after we till over it and kind of turn into an organic material for our field. So we still have to take a few trees out right there, but all of this right here is clean. Now we can get in there with the combine and not scrape it up or anything. Plus we get a few more rows of crops in. So after today, we cleaned out some trees and we've probably gained about 30 foot of farmland. The ridge right there is what Dad said we used to farm to before a while back, and the trees just kept on creeping out, and now we can actually go back in there and get another 30 foot worth of farm ground.
Yeah. Good girl. You're all wet. Come here. Girl, you're wet. Nasty. You may wonder why Oakley has a muzzle on her snout. It's because she gets into everything. She eats everything, and then when we bring her back home inside, she throws it up and it's a mess. So to prevent her from eating stuff, we put a muzzle on her. Seems to work pretty well. So I guess I got demoted in the back of the truck with the dog because the truck got filled up. Everyone's in the truck but me and the dog.
So we were running the chipper and then it stopped going, and then the belt started smoking a little bit. So I shut it off and found out that we plugged it. So somewhere down in there, there's some branch stuck in there preventing this from moving. You put your branch in to here. These will spin by hydraulic motors and suck in your branch, and then back there is that shiny thing. That's where your blade is, and then there's like 3 or 4 blades on that rotor thing, which is this, and we got it stuck, so we have to get that unstuck.
You notice that the machine is in the off position, tractor is off, because my arm's inside here. Safety first, kids.
So we got it unplugged now.
Unplugged now.
That's really cool. Well, that's okay. Just keep tilting off. Yes. I envisioned that a lot better in my head. It didn't go so well.
Getting some equipment moved around. We have the 8640 out. We're going to use that for spring tillage right there with the vertical till. And then we got the Magnum 250 and we're going to hook that up to the field cultivator. In the next few days or week or so, we're going to get the field cultivator out.
Shoot! What's it called? SHO?
We're not here to make fun of Grant, but I think we kind of are.
You got different kinds of hydraulic tips. You got John Deere, you got ISO, and you got Case. You got international, and you use different converters for different ones. And as you go through your farm, you should probably try to figure out that all of them are the same, so you don't have to scrummage around for converters for when you need to use the piece of implement. It's already got the correct adaptions to go into the right style tractor port.
What do you want to know?
So why do they put different ports on tractors?
Oh, back in the day, everybody had their own unique tips so that they couldn't, I guess, move equipment around or something. Then they had a standardization of the hydraulic tips back in '81, and that's when the ISO came out. So regardless of the color of tractor you're driving, most likely the hydraulic tips are interchangeable. Probably. Except for on our farm. That tractor doesn't have hydraulics on it. She's a beast. Feels good to be back in the tractor seat. Got that springtime fever going. Gotta tear up some dirt. Get out. Too much moisture in the ground. Then you end up with compaction problems. Then the seeds don't like to pop out of the ground. Corn doesn't like to grow. Roots don't go anywhere. Big problems. Even though you're anxious, you want to get out there, you want to do it. Can't do it yet. Not good. Not prudent.
So a couple months ago we took off the cab on this because the cable for the hydraulics broke, and we're just taking it off again to tighten it up because it's got too much slack in it. And we can get to the cables inside there. So we have the plastic cover off now. We tried working at it right there before. We couldn't get it, so we had to go down here and work at it. And so we got the skid loader put back together, and I don't know, it's still not the best, but I guess maybe it's better than what it was. I'm not sure.
The old air filter off. Gotta make sure she's clean.
We got the inner and the outer. They were replaced last spring. Blow them out mid-season. They're not in too bad a shape. It's just blown up. That one doesn't even be blown up. Put that one back in. The other one's better.
I just took that off the screw.
So we were changing the oil on this and went to go change the oil filter. Took it off, everything was fine. Go to put the new one on, didn't fit. And Deere gave us the wrong oil filter, so now we're gonna have to go and get one. So we got the right oil filter from Deere, and now we got that on. Put the drain plug back on, and now we can go to put new oil in. About 4.5 gallons. That goes into this tractor. Hey guys, the video kind of came to a halt today, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. So we'll see you next time. Thanks.